again, bothered by my own idiocy. Can make the vault a little bit deeper, because I'm just gonna obsess over what this looks like. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I do all kinds of things. I do everything from AAA games. I do indie titles. It just kind of depends on what I want to play at the time. So that's really the big thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what the next one should be. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. So you're going to see all kinds of stuff show up, and then sometimes I'll stick with the game, sometimes I take breaks from it. So for example, there's a Nier Automata playthrough that is currently on hold because I just felt like doing other stuff. Occasionally I stream Final Fantasy XIV, which I do with my girlfriend. So we'll occasionally just stream us doing like dailies and stuff like that. So it's just kind of an all-over channel. There's not really any one specific thing that I do. Which hopefully is your cup of tea. If not, I completely understand that. Most people want something a little bit more structured than I tend to do. Nier Automata Mata 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 Pia. Alternatively, Nier Automata Mata Mata Tomato. Depending on who you are. It's not going to be symmetrical. It's going to bother me. It's not going to be symmetrical. It's going to bother me. What I'm really hoping for is that... Hold on. Before I do anything else. Checking something. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Okay, that's going to be chest layout. Except the chests on the right are actually going to be... They're not going to be chests. Those are going to be mannequins and such. Mannequins and weapon holders. Okay. So... So that's kind of empty and wasted space, which bothers me. I don't really like it. Yeah, I do all kinds of different stuff. So the only downside to it is that I don't I'm not particularly consistent in the random stuff that I do. As I said, I'm kind of all over the place. And then I just kind of it's entirely based on just what do I feel like playing today. I try to stick with stuff as much as possible, and the other thing is that I tend to be a 100% streamer, so usually my goals are I'm trying to do as close to what you would consider to be a 100% playthrough as possible. Depending on the game, that sometimes means different things, though. So it may mean that I'm playing through a game on hard mode. It may mean actual 100%. Or something different. So, for example, for Pokemon, my 100% is a living dex, as opposed to, for example, a shiny dex. So that would be my definition of 100%. So, tends to be different things. So, for Terraria, it's I'm going through on expert, and we're going to beat the game, and I'm going to do stuff. So, that's my Terraria definition of 100%. So, it just kind of depends on what game I happen to be playing at the time. For Ace Combat, because that's going to be I'm almost out of slabs. because that's going to be a slightly different thing. We're talking more like I'm going to try to get all the medals, but I'm not going to, and I'm going to try to get all of the single-player achievements, but I'm not going to bother going after multiplayer achievements, because I typically don't do multiplayer. So it kind of depends on what I'm playing at the time. And then some games, it's just like, you know, hey, this was cool for a while, but I have lost interest, and so those will go away. Every so often, I will do, I'll do a review. So sometimes I get offered games by developers to review for them. So every so often, we'll spend a couple hours of a day doing a review of a game I've never played before. On all different, okay, how am I doing this? So this is so what I'm building right now, this is going to be the obsidian grinder. So I'm just trying to make sure I have the space to do the thing that I need to do here. Okay, so we're going to have... Okay, this should work. Darn, I am out of slab. Yeah, sometimes I do that. Sometimes it's games I know very well. Sometimes it's games I've never played before. There's also occasional retreads. So, for example, there are a couple of games that I like to play like once a year. So it's also occasionally that. So I might end up going back to a game that, you know, you've seen me play before, but I'm going to play it in a different way, or I'm going to do something different than I did last time. Occasionally there's speed runs, so I'm kind of everywhere. The cool thing is you never know what I'm going to be doing the next stream. The bad news is you never know what I'm going to be doing the next stream. How's my stone? I have stone. Okay, unfortunately, however, we are reaching the end of the time I'm actually able to stream. I have to start working soon. Okay. Why did I come up here? Do I play Minecraft? Not really, unfortunately. Once upon a time, I tried Minecraft. This was back when Minecraft was, you know, the next big thing. And this was, you know, Minecraft was an alpha at the time. And my biggest problem, and I say this and you're going to laugh because you're seeing me do the stupidity that I'm doing right now. I did not know that you could place the anvil like that. But the thing that I have trouble with is I get bored of freeform experiences very quickly. Like, I like a more structured gameplay experience. I like to actually have a, I'm trying to think what the best way to put it is. I like goals. And the problem is, and that's why I play a lot of, like, 100% stuff. And the problem is Minecraft doesn't really do goals the way that work well with me. Like, the way it sets up its goals are not... It doesn't make me feel like I'm actually doing something. That's nothing against Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is a great game. And I have a lot of people who really like it. My girlfriend really loves it. But it's just not a, not a game that grabs me. As disappointing as that may be. You. Get covered. Okay. So there's the beginnings of the workshop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, you know, you're seeing me right now, and I'm, like, doing a lot of free-form building and such like that. Which, you know, is, you know, great. You know, we're doing freeform building. But I'm building because I'm trying to give myself a home base to work with. Because at some point in the future, I'm going to go and start doing the actual progression of Terraria. So I'm kind of setting stuff up. This is like farming for, you know, potions in an RPG or something like that. Whereas Minecraft, this is kind of the gameplay. You know, you decide what you want to do, and you just go. And again, literally nothing wrong with that. That's a great gameplay design for a lot of people. It's just not great for me. One, two, three, four. Okay. So... okay, this is where the actual floor is gonna be for the vault. Unfortunately, that is not set with this, so we're gonna make a slight change to how I do the grinder. The grinder doesn't, it needs a small area for, hey, Ready to Game, thanks for the follow. The grinder needs a small area for lava, and it needs a small area for water. It doesn't need any particular, like, design setup. Oh, I need to put something there. I'm trying to remember how I set this up the last time I did this. For sure it's like that. And then we just put... We're going to put a... We're gonna put this here, and then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up mining this point out at some point in the future when there is water on one side and lava on the other, and then where the lava and water mix, that is going to create a piece of obsidian. And then we just stand here and we just mine this point whenever I need obsidian. So that's how that's gonna end up working. Unfortunately, I'm not able to really use the obsidian grinder until I have the mechanic, because I need pumps in order to make this work, because we're effectively going to be using a system that will give me unlimited lava and unlimited water. Which is why, like, the size here doesn't really matter. It's not symmetric. Moving on, I'm going to be irritated that nothing I make... Like, I'm going to keep on looking, I'm going to go, that's not symmetrical, and I'm going to hate myself. Don't mind me, it's not important. We're going to lower this roof a little bit. You know, I use rain sounds to sleep. And my wake up, my alarm when I'm doing that is literally the rain sounds stopping. So, like, as soon as the sound of rain stops, I wake up, like, within a minute and a half. So hearing that rain just stop like that. So what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna finish off this room that I'm working on right now, and unfortunately I will have to stop because I need to start actually working. And then in a number of hours, I'll be back, and we're probably going to be killing demons. I'm not 100% sure when Terraria is going to pick back up again. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling like playing at the time. There may be Terraria later on today. So it just kind of depends on how annoyed I am at life after I finish working. If I'm really annoyed, we're killing demons. But if it's been kind of a chill day, we're going to be doing Terraria. We're also going to have a, like, honey block grinder over there to make the hard honey blocks. I don't think there's any other fluid plus other fluid makes hard item in the game. Yeah, I think this is a good vault for now. It's not ideal. Why'd I put that there? Well, right, because I'm filling that in for now. Cool, that's fine. Don't mind me, I'm dumb. That's not dirt. Is that dirt? That's dirt. Okay, for some reason that looks weird. Goblin army just made you angry? They tried to make me angry. Thankfully, I had a sword and a sour disposition. Water, honey, and lava honey? Yeah. Okay. So this is the setup so far. So, you know. Right. I forgot. 1, 2, 3. Knew there was something I was missing. I'm gonna have to adjust the grinder slightly. Because, like I said, I want to have that that dirt intervening layer, and I forgot this when I built the workshop, so I have to go fix the workshop now. So I want to have this style everywhere. Because, like, the little, like, thin, you know, wall thing, I'll be honest, I think that looks terrible. Because it just looks like you're, like, real houses have, like, insulation. Now, keep in mind, typically they don't have as much insulation as I'm building in, and it's also typically not dirt. But, like, houses have have insulation. Castles have these gigantic blocks that make up the castle. Now, keep in mind, like, I could be using, like, solid stone slab as opposed to the dirt. But again, I kind of like the contrast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna do that. And on this side, same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that. And that fixed the symmetricality that I was so annoyed about. Ha 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 ha, I'm amazing. Just paint the dirt later to be different than natural. That is a very good idea. Also, hi, Aesthetic Rhetoric. How's it going? Can you go away? Thank you. It actually took me a minute. I was looking at your name, and I was like, I understand what the first word is, but for some reason, I could not parse the word rhetoric. Okay, as I said, I am going to finish this area. And finishing is stone back wall. I really wish I had, like, the cement mixer, which would make this go a lot faster. But hey, we have a civilized area. So we have a lot of stuff here. And this is the basis of our base. So I think what's going to happen next, I'm going to actually see if I have any actual work to do. If I have no actual work to do, we'll continue. Because I want to do a little bit of building of the overground base too, because I just realized that I basically have nothing up there, and I hate how that looks. Oh, hey, that's a problem. Hold up. Okay. That, as soon as I log out, that's going to vanish, so I'm not really terribly worried about that. The backs of the grinder doesn't have to be civilized. I'm not really worried about that. What does my overground base look like? I'll show you in a second. I didn't really do anything to it. So it was a very basic thing to set up to set up the file, so that way I could actually have stuff for NPCs. So I have a small amount of NPC housing. I have a floating platform, so that way we're not affected by ground-based enemies like zombies and things like that. So I have that, and then as I started actually building the true base, which is, you know, what I'm in the process of building. This is just the underground section of what the true base is going to be like. The true base, I'm basically going to set up to be like a fort or a castle. So now I'm slowly building like the basic tower. But I wanted to get the underground done so that way I could get stuff out of the above ground area. And I just want to get all of this filled in because once this is filled in, enemies will no longer spawn in this particular room, which is the goal. So then if something does happen, let's say something really stupid happens, you know, we get a pirate army or something like that I have to deal with, and I'm in a really bad way and I need to run away, I can just run away to this underground base and basically lock the doors and no one can get in. Forts and defenses, how do they work? I'm out of wall. Crap. How does like 500 wall run out this quickly? I'll never understand it. So this is the overground base up here. So what I have right now is I have the basis to the actual fort itself, which is gonna be this. This is just gonna be, it's 104 blocks wide. So this is just kind of the basic fort itself. I don't know if I'll actually do anything with it at all. But this was just to give myself a civilized area where enemies could not spawn. And then on either side of it, I have something like this. So a courtyard with a wall. And the idea is that once I get the mechanic, all of these blocks right here are actually going to be actuators. And I'm going to dig a 3 to 4 tile deep pit, and I'm going to fill it with lava. And then I'm going to have a switch, and whenever we get an invasion or a blood moon, I can throw the switch, and this becomes a lava pit. And on the other side, there's the exact same thing. So I'll be able to have these lava pits that enemies will just walk into, and they will die. I'll also end up wiring up on either side dart traps as well. So we can have a dart trap that is able to take down a lot of enemies for me. And that way, again, this can be kind of a safe spot, and I can make sure that the NPCs have a place to actually live where they're not going to just die instantly. So, the actual, like, hollowness here, I am very likely to also fill with lava. So if there are any enemies that come in and they are enemies that can explode walls and stuff like this, if they break this outer wall, so they break that side of it, lava spills out and just covers the enemies. So that's the ground-based fortifications. I've not done anything to replace any of the air stuff, so literally I just have this apartment complex right now. What I'm probably going to end up doing is that I'm going to end up having a diagonal wall that comes in from here and stops right about, let's say, here. So diagonal wall comes down, and we'll have a tower, and then this will branch out. It's like the top of a wizard tower sort of thing. I'll remake these apartments so that way they're easier to access. My world is corruption. Where was I? I was down here. So yeah, that's going to be the idea. So we're going to remake the apartments. I'm going to make it so the NPCs can actually walk out of their rooms and actually, like, wander around. So there will be, like, walkways and stuff like that. And what I might do, depending on how I end up working on this, one thing I really love is having a stone tower transition to like a glass tower. I've done that in a number of campaigns. It takes a crap ton of sand is the only problem with it. But I can go do like bomb excavation in the sand to get as much sand as I need to make glass. So I might end up making like the apartments and such out of glass. Well, I had it once upon a time. I was, fascinated with like the classical elements. So, earth, wind, fire, water. So once upon a time I made a glass tower, and I'll probably end up recreating a similar thing as more of a like display as opposed to the entire tower. But there's a glass tower, and the tower was had hollow sections, kind of like that wall did. And I filled each section with something. So one section was filled with sand, one section was filled with water, one section was filled with lava, and one was empty because air. And this was back when so apparently they don't do it anymore, but during Blood Moon, there were these clowns that would explode, and the explosions would destroy walls. And they came in, they exploded, and destroyed my tower, but the lava spilled out and started dealing damage everywhere to all the enemies that were kind of wandering around. Now, that lava was a pain in the ass to clean up later on, so keep that in mind. It's not, like, it's a nasty cleanup. But it ended up working out. And nowadays, because we have stuff like pumps, it's a lot easier to clean up a mess like that. So if I can set up some level of, you know, retaining basin, catch basin, something like that, I can just put a pump in and pump the water right back into the tower after I've done repairs. So think old school castles, like pots of boiling oil. Like, that's the idea. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna do good damage. Now, the downside is the ideas that I have here do nothing to flying-based enemies, so I don't have really any, anything I can do against them. I'll have to come up with some other ideas for them. Oh my god, we're almost out of wall again. Like, 500 wall. This room is 2,000 wall. Like, easily. It's just nuts how much wall you use to stone wallpaper a room. And I really wish we were doing this above ground, because, you know, you do this above ground, and it makes your life so much easier because of how fast it goes, because, you know, it's papering over the air as opposed to replacing a currently existing back wall. Hey, Nut, how's it going? Welcome back. Let's go make some more. I'm running... The big problem is I'm actually running out of stone. Oh, you're probably right. Eventually there'll be, like, little stairs or platforms in there that will allow me to get around. Okay, so I don't know how much fishing I'm actually going to end up doing in this playthrough, but I have at least one fishing pond, so we'll go from there. I don't think I'm going to get... I had a previous playthrough where I got really lucky, and there was actually a sky island right above my house. There's one here. So this sky island is going to be my fishing sky island. Okay, which modification did you make to that one? I don't see it. Unless you subscribed and I missed it. I don't think I missed a subscription. See, it's not backwards. Doesn't have sunglasses. It's not squashed. It's not thinking. Oh, temporary unlock. I forgot you could do that. Yeah, I have a small dog. That is actually my dog. I have a small dog, and she has a habit of yapping. So that is one of the emotes specifically because my dog yaps. Yeah, I forgot that that you were able to just unlock an emote. I was thinking, like, man, you must have modified that one, but I can't see the modification. We have 2 cats over here. So we got cats, we got dogs. There are animals everywhere in this house. Hack. Okay, slime. How did I leave the door open? Okay, this area is now civilized. Yay! Enemies can't spawn here. Did I leave the door open? I did leave the door open. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we now have this setup. We had birds once upon a time. Way back in the day. Ba-dum. Wow, is this really gonna go all the way down? "90-degree angles. Go!" This is gonna be a really hollow tower, by the way. Like, I don't think I'm filling this all in. Slightly bothered by that. Slightly bothered by that. Okay, so we got our upside-down pyramid. Which, who knows, just for giggles, I may fill this with lava, too. Because, seriously, when you have lava... Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm actually not going to smooth out the outside of this. I kind of like that ribbed look. What is the enemy that you're reacting to? Oh, that. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, gonna end up doing this. I'm effectively out of stone slab, so I can't do the other side right now. But I'm basically gonna do this same thing on the other side. And then the, can I force this onto the wall? No. So, I'm basically gonna do that same thing to the other side, and then, once I have this, that's going to be the basis of the width of the actual tower. The tower is going to have to be decently high because I want to have fairly easy access to this sky island up here. Because just below the sky island, so call about like right here height-wise, that's going to be how I am going to define the height for my railway, which I'll use for basically fast travel around the world. So that's going to be up here. And then I'm also going to build... I have my arena here, but I'm going to end up rebuilding this arena up and out. So that's also going to be a thing. And then the apartments, I'm probably going to... I don't know. I'm gonna have to readjust them. I don't know how I'm going to readjust them. But I'm probably going to change the walls from regular stone to slab. That way we can kind of maintain a consistent look. This looks a little bit weird, but I'll live with it because I like having this walkway that I can walk through and not be attacked by random bullshit. I could build a sky castle on an island. You're not wrong. The problem is once you get up to the islands, building out like that can potentially get you attacked by harpies and stuff like that. That's why I like working in this kind of middle zone right here. I'm high off the ground, so that way ground-based enemies don't really bother me, but I'm low enough that, like, a harpy's not going to attack me. Okay, so we got all that. Yeah, wyverns would be really annoying to deal with. I don't know how you can fill this in without, because of the angle. Okay, I have to run, guys, because I got work to do. I will catch you guys soon. And actually, check one thing. Who's up right now? As I said, I have to actually start working. Who is streaming at the moment? Let's find someone to raid. Do I know anybody? None of the people that I usually follow are active. So... neat. We're going to go... I'm going to set up a raid for Sly Zora because they are currently doing a 104% speedrun of Super Mario Odyssey. No, sorry, any percent speedrun for Super Mario Odyssey. Which looks neat. So, let's give them love. And I will catch you guys later on today.